Mark, first off, what news on George Williams?
George Williams had surgery this morning. Just come out of surgery. They've plated or pinned the bone, and they've repaired all the ligament damage. So they've done a good job on it. To, like I say, re-sew the ligaments. So he's going to be 5 months.
And presumably it's one of those where you've been able to get reports that everything went straight forward and as planned.
Everything went really well. Surgeon's really happy with it. One of our physios sat through the operation and observed it, and we're pleased how it's gone. But it's going to be 5 months.
Does that mean you need to look at bringing in a replacement then?
Possibly. We have a few weeks to be able to do that.
Obviously, you have signed one player this week, Joe Woolacott, on loan from Bristol City. I mean, looking at the competition, you've really got some competition out for the gloves, haven't you?
Yeah, we always said we were going to sign a third one, which we've done. We've been after Jojo for a while. Pat Mountain highly recommended him. Dave Coles highly recommended him. So he's one that we've been waiting for. We've had to wait until Bristol City's number one, Nicky Myempa, was fit again. So once that happened, we were able to get Jojo in.
And obviously they're not at the club, but were Pat Mountain and David Coles able to sort of recommend Forest Green as a good place for him to come to as well?
I think obviously Pat being there working with Jojo would have been pushing for that, and probably knows it's the best place for him.
How do you go about picking which one to start with and which one to go on the bench? Because obviously 3 into 2 doesn't go necessarily.
I pick the one that I think can help us to win a game. Simple as that. I look at the opposition and I pick the one that I think has got the right attributes to win us a game.
Obviously, Lewis in possession from the 1-0 win over Oldham. What were the most pleasing aspects of that result and the performance, I suppose, more importantly, for you?
The pleasing aspects were that the opposition didn't have one shot on goal. We totally controlled the game without being spectacular in the first half. Never really felt in any danger of losing the game. And we had 68% possession, which gives you a chance to win the game.
Plenty there to build on. Matty Stevens has had another week training with the club. Is he now, how much closer is he now to be able to push for a start?
He's ready. I wouldn't have any qualms about throwing him in the team. He's ready, but Sean McCloskey's been outstanding as well. So we've got 3 or 4 players that can all play in that number 9 position.
How much is it about not just them adapting to the system, but also the players that are already here adapting to the runs that they're likely to make and the service they require?
This is every day. The work we do on the training ground is all about. The way we play is always a facet of the way we play in every training session. So they're getting there.
Walsall, I mean, how difficult has it been for you to scout them for starters? Because 15 new players over the summer, that's some business.
It is, but they've had a steady kind of team and a steady way of playing through pre-season. Certainly in the last sort of 3 or 4 games for us to have a look at, and very difficult team to beat, I would think. 5 at the back, 3 in midfield, 2 forwards. Be a very, very difficult game, but it's one we're looking forward to. Like I always say, if we play well, we have a chance to win. We fully respect the opposition.
And like you, they got a 1-0 win last week. What did you make of them up at Northampton?
I thought it was a great win because Northampton are among lots of people's favourites to get promoted with the business they've done. So however they did it, they managed to get a 1-0 win, and they're a threat from set pieces also, so we'll have to be on our toes.
And having come down from League One, are they one of the sides probably with a bit of pressure on them to go out and perform, and the expectation obviously for them to go back up?
I would certainly think so from their public, maybe not so much from inside the club, but certainly from the Walsall fans, that they'll always expect them to be at least in League One.
Injuries, how's Liam Shepherd and Carl Winchester?
Winnie's fine. Winnie's ready to be involved, and Shep is maybe next Saturday for Shepherd.
Colwyn's just a suspension over as well. So how big is the temptation to bring him back in, or has he got to wait for his opportunity?
Big temptations. He's one of our best players. You know, he's was brilliant last year, and was wrongly sent off in the playoff semi-final. He's the only player I know that's ever been sent off for not making a tackle. So temptation to put him in is very strong.